Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined tonight by my AEW Dynamite co-host, Derek.
What up, what up, what up?
We are here living the beach life. Life's a beach, depending on how you treat it. And we are going to review AEW Dynamite Beach Break for January 26th, 2022. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you are locked in. We want to hear your thoughts about AEW Dynamite. Lots of good things to talk about on this show. And I'm interested to hear your thoughts because this show really surprised me. And with that being said, we are going to go to the intro from Montezi. Show love.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
All right. We are going to talk about some AEW Dynamite. Lots of good stuff going on right now. BJ, what's up, brother? What's up? I don't want to repeat what you've said yet. Good evening, Conrad and Derek. And Matt Lopez is shocked about some things. We're gonna get into all of that. So, like I said, if you guys could make sure that you are tuned in, send a retweet, leave a like on the video, find a way to help us out. Pluggo, what's good? What's good, man? Thank you for showing some love, man. I appreciate that. Like I said, hop on over on the YouTube, subscribe. We're also on Twitch. Give us some love over there. We are going to be talking that mess right now. Pluggo said what's good. Malik Murray's in the house saying yo. Chucky said smoke that Bills pack. Man, that was a tough L, bro. Tough L. I can't. That's all I can say. My team lost. I'm proud of the Bills though. Got some moves to make hopefully in the offseason. That's it. And shout out to the Chiefs fans too who donated to our local hospitals here.
Absolutely.
That was cool. Derek,
Yo.
I guess. Hey, Jesus sets up, Derek Conrad. No Gargano, no Johnny Gargano tonight. No Johnny Gargano.
Nope.
It's okay. It's okay. You know why? Because we had another debut. Danhausen is all elite official from Tony Khan. I got the graphic. I was ready for it. Yes, this is somebody really signed to AEW. I know some people are looking like, who is this dude and why? Some people love him. Some people don't like him. But yes, Danhausen has been signed. He is hashtag all elite. Derek, what do you know about Danhausen? I'm curious to know. Do you know much? Not really.
Not a lot. I just know he's a comedic wrestler, but from what I've heard, he is pretty damn good.
We will have to see. I hope he's healed up. He had an injured leg for a little bit there. But I've heard a lot of people put him over, including CM Punk before he came back to wrestling. He said he was a fan of Danhausen.
Well, it's got to hold some kind of weight.
Yeah. So let him rock. Let's see what he does in AEW. I'm very interested in this. I always felt like he was signed once they did that Jericho cruise, and he was showing up to a lot of stuff with AEW wrestlers. I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Let's see what he does.
Let's see who else is in here. I guess BJ said AEW is very nice and very evil. No swearing. Another Danhausen classic. He said, "Hey EPW fan Housens, if you want me to smooth and trim Hausen, then you need to get the lawnmower from Manscaped Hausen." Well, we didn't even start with it, but BJ already gave it. If you guys do want to support Everything Pro Wrestling, number one, make sure you suggest us for some product placements. If you got something that you're interested in, let us know. And you guys can use our promo code EPW Show. We have a promo code for Manscaped. Save 20% and get free delivery. Show them some love. Tell them EPW sent you. And we also have one for Powerslam.tv. Exact same code there. If you guys want to get some classic independent wrestling, just put in EPW Show. You get 1 free month from Powerslam.tv. We got your backs. Derek, this show was wild. I don't even know where we start. Where do we go?
Oh, man. I don't know how to address it either. I mean, this was a very, very good show.
This was. I am in full support of what Derek has said here. Shout out to Jesus for saying the Bills got screwed over.
Did they though?
To each their own. You can argue that, I think. We got wars tonight, as Zan said. Most random debut ever, but it worked. Yeah, it worked for his character for sure. B-Boy Skyline just comes in saying, yes. He said, very nice, very evil. See, everybody knows. He's Paul Harm of AEW. The very nice, very evil. Look at that. Pro Wrestling Shoot. What's going on? Big shout out to the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Jesse and James. Appreciate you, brothers. KJ in the house saying, yo, Conrad and Derek, how you doing?
Yo.
Derek is doing well, and I think I can say the same for me.
Absolutely.
Azan said Pee Wee Herman. Whohausen Jocelyn wrote. Come on, Jocelyn.
You already know how I will put that, bro.
Come on now. Danhausen should join the Dark Order. I'm just saying. He might. You never know. Malik Murray is talking about the main event here. He said, I think that Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy Lights Out match was good, but it was not better than the DMD Thunder Rose.
I was thinking that.
I was thinking that. We'll get to that. Malik. We'll get to that. T-Mobile Tuesday is throwing out 30% and free shipping for the balls. Hey, I can't compete with T-Mobile.
T-Mobile needs the money.
Toxic World has joined us also in the chat. What's good, Toxic? I hope you guys have hit that like button. If you're watching on YouTube, just search Everything Pro Wrestling, and we have podcast versions up. You guys may have missed, I did a Royal Rumble preview. It's pretty quick. I think it's like 20 minutes or so for the episode with ads and everything else in there, but it's a quick little Royal Rumble preview and predictions. Hopefully you guys will be back, and me and Derek will be back on Saturday to give you guys a review of the Royal Rumble. We are giving a nice review of a WWE pay-per-view, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, follow all audio platforms, and show us some love. And follow the audio platforms because you may get some surprises on there. I've been coming up with some retro reviews here and there. Sometimes it's on YouTube, sometimes it's audio only. So make sure you guys are watching, listening to both. You never know when a contest could pop up here as well for Everything Pro Wrestling. I love how they called this beach break, and the only stage decor they had was 2 surfboards. Maybe they wanted a different arena and they couldn't. I don't know.
Well, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
I was more upset that the wrestling community did not know that there were beaches in places like Cleveland. I'm being dead serious, bro. I saw somebody say that. Yes. I was like, there's beaches in Canada, bro. There's beaches in New York.
Damn, there are beaches everywhere.
Yeah. Somebody just said it and it disappointed me. They knew. Well, they said, like, listen, I know as a wrestling fan, I'm not Mr. Geographic novelist or anything or know all.
All right. Well, I'll retract my statement.
Derek, let's get into this main event here, or not main event, the opener. Guys, we will come back to your comments, I promise. But we opened up with we had two TNT champions. We had Cody Rhodes, who was the official TNT champion, Sammy Guevara, the interim TNT champion, which just means number 1 contender in my mind.
Spanish God.
Yes, the Spanish God, Derek. He just always has to say that. Always has to say that. This was an interesting matchup, Derek, and I kind of want to get your perspective on the psychology of it. Like, what did you think early on here in the ladder match? Like, we saw Cody, kind of, I don't know. I felt a way about him in this.
Yes. So to me, in my opinion, I feel like Cody is making a slow heel turn. But it's going to eat at him because he's not that kind of person. But I feel like the crowd and everybody else is pushing him that way. So it has to be that way in this match in order for him to win, but he doesn't make a complete heel turn. He starts the beginning of the heel turn.
That is a fact. This does make things interesting. And shout out to Azan for saying I'm rocking with EPW all the way. I appreciate that, bro. And I love the support, like I said, man, from all of you guys. Toxic World said a WWE show. Where's my pillow? Azan said I'm going to the Rumble. That's dope. And Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, what's up, Sean Hubbard? He says, member of the Six Pack, by the way, got to throw it up. He said, only place to be after Dynamite is EPW. What's good, brothers? We are doing well, Sean.
Doing lovely.
And I will be recording with him at some point tomorrow as well. Shawn, send me a text and I will text you back. I got my time situation all set for us for tomorrow. So hit me up, bro. The beach is a few minutes from the arena, like no joke. Rob has joined us also in the house saying, "Hey, yo." Going back to this ladder match. So Derek feels Cody is turning heel, and I kind of agree with Derek as far as how Cody was acting. He was doing roll-throughs. He was laughing, kind of patting Sammy on the chest. But then they were brawling in the crowd. He was checking on people, high-fiving kids. I don't know what to make of this.
It feels like it's a tug-of-war. It's a tug-of-war between good and evil. Should he stay good? Should he turn evil? Because he's checking on the fans. He, like, when he put up the ladder, he told the fan, like, watch out. I'm trying to protect you here, okay? Stay out the way. But towards Sammy, that was a whole nother ball game. It wasn't like, all right, I'm gonna take it easy on Sammy. I'm gonna be myself. I'm not gonna do anything cheap.
Take it easy, bro. Cody Rhodes did a superplex from the top of the ladder. I never thought a basic move would look so painful.
That was beautiful.
It looked really good. And they definitely, like, Sammy's feet definitely hit the top of where the belts were. The belts were just swinging all over the place. This match is crazy, bro.
And it was a stalling.
Yeah, like he held him up there and just
held him. I'm like, ooh.
Dude, so well done. Cody tried to be innovative in this match again, too. We come back from commercial break, and I just see Sammy in a figure 4 leg lock with the ladder in between his legs. I'm like, what the heck are you guys doing right now? They were just trying some innovative stuff, and I liked it here.
Yes.
And at some point in the match, Cody did not wedge. He built a bridge kind of from the apron to the guardrail.
Right.
That was absolutely crazy as well.
Absolutely. You know what? And it's like the other part of it when we had the ladder up and dropped Sammy in between it. That was heelish too. When has Cody ever done anything like that?
Yeah, he did like a gourd suplex on it. I was just hoping Sammy's stomach wasn't cut up after that. Like, I don't know if I'd be doing those types of moves, bro. Take it easy.
Right.
But they know better than me, I guess. So, also, right after that too, bro, we got to talk about Sammy hitting that cutter, bro.
Oh.
From the ladder, the bounce off the top, dude, thing of beauty, bro.
Yes. And Cody sold that because, it's hard for Cody to sell certain moves a certain way. Just because, in my opinion, it's because of his size and just how much he's been beaten up over the years.
Yeah, like when he went for the cutter, when they were in the crowd, there was a point in the match where he went for a cutter off of the guardrail, and Cody didn't go down all the way. He took it more like a stunner, kind of.
Yeah.
And I was like, someone was like, "Oh, Cody didn't take that right," that I was watching with, and I'm like, "Bro, Cody ain't taking no damn bumps on the concrete, bro. That you don't need that. You don't need to do that.
No. Don't do that kind of stuff. But in the ring, though, yeah, absolutely,
100%, bro. So afterwards, he hits the cutter off of the ladders, which was great. Cody sets up 2 ladders, and he hits the crossroads from the top. At this point, Derek was losing his shit. Like, I don't think you understand. Derek was like, yo, this is a pretty good match.
Yeah, I was, oh my God. I like, everything was like a woo. Like, just pure on point. On point. They
did very well, man. And I was just like, yo, what else can these guys do in this match?
Right.
So crossroads off the ladder. At one point, then we get it to where Cody is hanging on to the, the belt holder up top. And it's more like a long bar, kind of like when they had the 2 titles for WWE, where it's like longer. It's not the rings like they used to have in the 90s. He's holding on to this bar, and then Sammy jumps on his back too. I'm like, what are you 2 doing? And Sammy falls off, and all I'm thinking is, I just remember when Jim Cornette injured his knees from, I believe it was Starrcade in the scaffold match. I'm like, dude, please do not land on your legs the wrong way. Like
meniscus.
And they both landed pretty hard, and they're both going down. You get some downtime in this part of the match here. And eventually, they're both going for the belts up top, and then they both fall down. Fuego comes out. Arn Anderson's looking like, why the hell are you guys doing this? Why? And here comes Fuego, and Fuego's trying to reason with Cody. If you watch Sammy's vlogs, you would know Cody is a big friend of the character that Fuego del Sol plays on the vlog and who he is in real life. You could just tell him and Cody have some type of friendship, but he's best friends with Sammy. And he's telling him like, hey man, what are you doing? And he gets involved and Cody hits that tiger driver on him. He didn't care. Then he went for the tiger driver on Sammy. Sammy's throwing him out the ring and it turns into more of a rat race for a ladder match.
Yeah.
Like, what do you prefer, Derek? Like the selling in the WWE ones, like the long selling, or did you like this one better where it was like Cody gets flipped, he knows he's got to hurry up and try to get back in the ring because Sammy's climbing?
I like that better because there's no, all right, let me toss you over the ropes. You stall out for 10 seconds as I'm climbing up the. No, I want to see if you didn't get hurt or you weren't set up in a move outside. Go ahead and chase him. Get back up and chase him. Like that long drawn out crap. I don't want it.
Rung by damn rung. I'm just thinking about The Rock versus Triple H. Yeah, they sometimes they do the slow climb, and both of them have their beauties at certain times. This is what I'm saying.
I think it's warranted when the match has gone on for a long time. This wasn't a match that went on for a long time. Yes, did they get beat up? Absolutely. But it wasn't drawn out.
Let's get to the finish there. So they eat the tire drivers. Cody sets up that ladder on the guardrail. Sammy hits a senton off of it like classic Jeff Hardy, bro. I was watching with Brandon. Shout out to Brandon. He's probably in the chat. Bro, the whiplash that he got from this, bro. He fell face first. He just was like, boom, off of the ladder, splat.
That momentum took him right down. Like, boom.
Yeah, dude, he went right to the floor. Oh, and during the crossroads, we forgot to mention his the face. You said
yeah. Oh, says Sammy. I would be hard pressed to believe if he didn't get a brush burn on his forehead because that man's forehead hit hard.
Yeah, he scraped the mat because he took it like he almost was trying to do like the headstand one. And I'm like, yo, bro, don't even do that, bro. Just
don't.
It ain't worth the risk, man. Just
Not at all.
Take the belly bump, and that's it. Call it a day. But he hits that. So Senton, he falls face first. Both men climb the ladder to get knocked down. Or excuse me, Cody gets knocked down. And Derek saw what happened with it. They were like tussling back and forth with the belts.
Yeah. Sammy had the belt, pulled it back off, on the pole, swung the belt into Cody's face, knocked him off. That was enough time for him to pull the belts off and win the match.
Sammy Guevara wins in what I thought was a shock. Like, I did not expect this. Did you?
I didn't expect it either. I was expecting Cody to really reel this one in. But then I thought about it. It kind of sets up the situation of him turning heel because of what he did to Fuego. It could.
Maybe this isn't done. I don't know where they go from here. This is quite interesting.
I think they finish it. I think they continue it just to finish it out. But I think in between that time, Cody battles with being the good guy and the bad guy. But then when they have their final setup, that's when Cody makes the full transition to being a heel. Because Arn Anderson is he's gonna be like, I had enough.
Horseman? Why do you always do the clutch when you do the four horsemen?
You can't put it straight out like that.
BJ said TK has just made Danhausen even more very famous and evil. He's gonna have a few people saying Danhausen to take their teeth now. Malik Murray says this was a good match. Matt Lopez says they filled up their bump cards for 2022. I got a question. Where does Cody go from here? I think we both answered already, Malik. We don't know. Let's see. Pro Wrestling Shoe says, I love this match, but we need to stop these little guys from trying to break ladders. Ouch. Good match, Toxic World said. I guess Cody was no Francis Ngannou tonight. The Spanish guy did it once again. Ace said, Ace, what's good, man? Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you modding in the chat as well for us. B-Boy Skyline said the undisputed Spanish God.
Make sure that's in caps.
BJ said, blame Cody for Sammy being super made tonight. We don't hate on Cody no more. That dude only tells truths. Funny thing. Didn't I say the same thing, Derek? Cody doesn't make anybody. Cody doesn't help people. Shut up. I don't want to hear that no more. This is a prime example if you're a Cody fan to tell someone, oh, he didn't make Sammy Guevara. He didn't give Sammy Guevara the title back and let him win in a big ladder match. Come on, bro. B-Boy Skyline is still convinced Cody is playing full Homelander. Did Derek just say evil? BJ said. People who say AEW needs to stop bringing up WWE are the same people that went quiet when they saw they low-key brought Moxley up last week on SmackDown. Just saying. I hear you, Sick. Sammy Guevara was prepared for this match. He was.
Absolutely.
If you watch The Boys or read The Boys, you will understand why he is going full Homelander. Sammy got a nice tan from his lover's getaway. He was in Brazil. Facts, WWE throw shots at AEW too. Yes, they do. So there's sometimes maybe in more media world markets that trying to hurt their ad sales. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't want to get into the business part of this. Gargano just tweeted that if he hears the fans and that means so much to the people who want him back in the ring, he will make it up ASAP. Yeah, Gargano's getting ready to have a child, so I don't know if we'll see him. Ray from Respect the Craft says, "Yo, we did an exclusive talking WWE 2K22 on the channel. What's good, Ray? Show him some love." Can't repeat that. B in the chat said that Whiplash, though. I did give you full credit for that. This reminds me of Superman Snap because Joker can't say that word. His wife and snapped. I can't say that word. Cody is going to snap and turn heel. Okay. Danhausen is from Detroit, somebody said. One of the best ladder matches and match of the year contender, Jesus said. Fun ladder match. Did you see Sammy get booed when they introduced him? I don't know why. Cody's just trolling the heel. Don't see him turning heel. Okay. Cody Hausen. Yo, Connor and Derek are two favorite people in the whole world of wrestling. Thanks. Appreciate that, KJ.
Appreciate you.
That podcast with you and Ray just hit different. Here we go with this. Here we go. Derek, I'm going to let you take over this next match for us here. I think we had a bunch of promos. Let me get into this promo real quick. Tony Schiavone is selling the fact that it's cold as hell in Cleveland. He was like, man, let's get this interview going.
Right. And
we see Will Hobbs in his overalls. But we didn't even say his name yet. Spanish. Hold on. Since we're talking about him, I got to put Jocelyn's graphic up. So during all of this, we have them out there. Why is Will Hobbs in overalls and a mink coat? Why would you wear that? I just laughed. And then Ricky Starks is out there with ski goggles on top of his head. They're just chilling, and Shivani's freezing.
It's cold.
And somebody was like, I love that Tony's selling the cold in Cleveland. I'm like, that's not a work, bro. That's a shoot, brother. It's cold right now in the Northeast.
It's cold.
It's cold here too, man.
Yeah.
But they make a match. So Powerhouse Hobbs challenged Dante Martin, says what happened last time was luck, ain't gonna happen again. And Ricky Stark says, Jay Lethal, we got some unfinished business. So next week, you, me, Chicago, FTW title on the line. So that's a match we got coming to us.
I'm ready for it.
That should be a lot of fun. By the way, if you're wondering where is Leo Rush, it looks like Leo Rush's AEW contract is going to expire, and he's going to be a free agent once again in February. So Jay Lethal appears to be taking his spot in the storyline now.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like there's any animosity between the two sides. So, okay, cool. Someone just said Bianca's an 86. She deserves higher. Yes, I've been seeing they've been releasing the ratings on Twitter. Danhausen on BTE is going to be gold. Jay Lethal got Leo's spot. Have no issues with it, Azan says. Need more W's on Dynamite for Hobbs. Yeah, I think his time will come, Jesus. I'm telling you. I feel really good right now about some of the roster moves that are possibly happening. And I heard there's going to be more people whose contracts expire coming up here. No, Lars said, I can't stop laughing at Britt Baker taking shots at the Cleveland Browns.
I respect it.
Of course. Of course, Derek respects it.
I respect it. Sorry, Cleveland, but I respect it.
Derek, talk about the Wardlow match.
Done.
Power bomb, power bomb, power bomb. That's it. Don't say I never let Derek take the lead on a match. Done. Shawn Spears is wearing a pretty sweet shirt, I have to say.
Yep,
It's the Just Bring It Rock shirt, but it says Just Swing It because he's the chairman. Get it? I like it though. I thought that was a pretty cool shirt. I like that.
Oh, weird. I'd wear it.
Yeah, and Wardlow, this is his hometown. He's from Cleveland, so he had a lot of people rocking the Mayhem shirts.
Yes.
So shout out to the big man, Wardlow. Let's see here. BJ says, I think Leo is trying to outdo the Funkster on retirements. Listen, I'm not going to kick the man while he's down. He's got some new music out. Check him out. Leo's going to be out and about doing this thing. Did you hear it? Come on, D. You hating, bro.
It's all right.
It's pretty good.
It's all right.
Yeah, you gave a thumbs down. That was hating, bro.
Is it though?
Yeah. Listen, bro, I thought it was pretty good. I didn't hate it. Next match, though, that we have coming up is the Trios match. Derek's favorite. It is the Inner Circle, Chris Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz going up against Daniel Garcia and 2.0. Wouldn't it just be simpler just to write the 2 and then the dot and the O?
It would.
But whatever. I like this. So they get in here, and the story of this match is the friction within the Inner Circle. They're not on the same page. People are tagging in whenever they want. They're arguing. There's a lot of dysfunction amongst all of them.
Way too much.
Jericho eventually, so this is a match. They're 2.0 and Garcia are trying to take advantage, but eventually Jericho's on the outside. They're trying to like roll up Santana. Matt Lee gets pushed into the ropes. Jericho hits the Judas effect, and from that he falls back into Santana, who pile drives him just like we need in pro wrestling.
Yep.
A nice pile driver, and he hits it 1, 2, 3. That's it. They get the win, but Jericho leaves without Santana and Ortiz. Derek, I kind of want a little breakdown from you on this. What's going on with the Inner Circle, bro? Sammy's the champ, but he's kind of doing his own thing. These three are arguing. Some people are saying maybe Eddie's right.
I say he is, but you know what? I think it's their time anyway, because I feel like Jericho is coming closer to the end of his run.
What do you mean?
I feel like he's coming close to stepping away from wrestling in matches himself. Like I think they'll give him another go round with the title, but it'll be short. It won't be long. Because there's too much. There's way too much hype for his theme. People want to send him off with that theme.
Yeah, people love Jericho. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. It's an interesting position to have him in right now. Santana and Ortiz, though, are people. A lot of people really want to see them do well, and they've kind of just been stuck in a lot of Inner Circle stuff. So people want to see what's gonna happen with them. Interesting. Let's see what the chat is saying here. Boom, 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 boom. Wardlow with another 5-star squash. Wardlow Symphony number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just wanted to sing Mambo number 5 for some reason. Glad they didn't turn Wardlow yet. Pro Wrestler Shoes laughing at Derek. MJF bringing up LeBron. Leo wants to be a freelancer, and maybe that's the best position for him. You know, I heard some stuff about his background. I don't want to really bring it up on here because it's not my place to do that. But yeah, maybe this is what fits best for Leo Rush. Just going out and working wherever he wants to at the time. Who wants to take the win next week, MJF or CM Punk? I think they both want the dub. This match reminds me of early in 98 with the NWO inner fighting with the Inner Circle. Ooh. Eddie is Nash and Jericho is Hogan. Jeez. I don't know. I thought Jericho looked in great shape tonight. Oh, he did. Jericho.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not saying that.
I think Derek's just letting you know that. Be smart, y'all. He's not. This ain't gonna be like, yeah, we'll see Jericho in 10 years. No. 5 if we're lucky.
5, yeah.
If we're lucky, and he might have to get picky with the matches during that time period.
And plus, I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Fozzie's getting ready to go on tour again.
I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with Fozzie.
I mean, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But I think they're going on tour again. But Jericho's getting up there in age.
Jesus mentioned they might turn him heel again. I do like heel Jericho. Jericho's like one of the people who could play both that I don't mind. Where
Actually,
Punk's another one. Like, there's not a lot of guys that I'm like, oh, I don't know which way I prefer. Punk and Jericho are the two where I'm always like, I'm cool with them playing either one because they do it well.
Well, you know what? I feel like that would be the next step. This is why I say like it'll come to an end, but it'll come to an end as him being a face again, but he'll go heel before that happens.
While we're in the discussion, do you think Eddie Kingston and Santana and Ortiz form a group?
Yes.
Because I feel like, so my position for Eddie Kingston is this, and I do feel Eddie Kingston can be a world champion. I had an argument with someone this week who said they felt Eddie Kingston couldn't be. I think Eddie Kingston is one of those, he's like a Mick Foley.
Yes.
Like, you have a heart for this dude, and I don't know why. I'm always like, yo, this dude's a good dude. He deserves this. Like, he's trying his damnedest. And some people will try to say he doesn't look like a world champion. He doesn't talk like a world champion. But Eddie Kingston's real, though, bro. Like, I can latch on to him, and I'm like, yo, that's a good dude. Like, you just see him. Yeah. No matter what, he can say whatever, but you know he's meaning it from his heart, and he's telling you the truth when he's saying it.
But you know what, though? I highly disagree with people when they say Eddie doesn't look like a champion. Mankind didn't look like a champion. Dude Love didn't look like a champion.
Hey.
Cactus Jack didn't look like a champion.
That's because that was crazy.
But I'm just saying,
he was crazy. That's why. I don't know what you do with Jericho at this point. Maybe one more title run. Matt Lopez says Fozzy is going back on tour. B-Boy Skyline has confirmed. Shout out to Derek for doing his homework. I think 5 is going to be. I think 5 is still being generous. Like I said, it's his choice though. I think he could do 5 if he stops wrestling as much and he really is like, yeah.
If he stretches it out.
If he becomes the guy who has like the pay-per-view match, like he shows up, is like, listen, I'm fighting you at the pay-per-view. Right. Cool. He can maybe get away with doing 4 matches a year, maybe even 2 when he wants to. 6 says Leo has so many wrestling companies that are probably calling him right now. He'll be fine. He's going on a tour around spring as well. Chad says, what up, guys? I give AEW tonight 10 out of 10. Great show. Conrad and Derek's podcast, 10 out of 10. Appreciate you, Chad.
10.
Miss those days, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to try to breeze through some of these promos here. We get a video package that is highlighting a Texas death match that we are going to get in 2 weeks when they're in San Antonio, I believe. Lance Archer and Adam Hangman Page for the world title. Texas death match. Usually the rules are pinfall, and then you have until a count of 10 to get to your feet. This should be interesting. This is going to be a knockdown, drag him out brawl. Remember, this is how Archer defeated Moxley for the IWGP US title.
You know what? When was the last Texas match?
Death match?
Yeah.
I think I saw one in New Japan. Wait, maybe I saw another one since then. No, Impact had the last one.
Did they?
Yeah, Impact Wrestling had one. You should watch it.
Nah.
Hating, bro. It was with Mickey James. It was good, though. I don't know if that's how they're going to do it. They may just do this straight up like a street fight. We'll have to wait and see. People change the rules to Texas death matches on a whim.
Yeah. In any case, I think it'll be a good match. It's nice to see Lance Archer back.
Facts. Rampage, we get an announcement. Christian Cage is backstage with the Jurassic Express. Matt Hardy's with Private Party. Whoa, tag teams looking at each other again. Christian and Matt Hardy. But this should be fun. They kind of talk crap down each other. Jungle Boy said that Isaiah Cassidy was wearing a fake watch. And he was like, yo, what? So,
by the way, this watch is fake.
I really, really am digging this. And I'm glad Private Party are the number 1 contenders right now. And I'm happy for them.
Shoot.
I told people they are going to be fine. That's why they're with Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy is teaching them, like, you guys are going to be one of the best tag teams of all time. And I'm going to tell you how it's happening. It's slowly. They're learning from him.
I mean, you're learning from a good person to learn from. So
look at who the Hardys learned from. Michael P.S. Hayes, the Freebirds.
Right.
They knew. And next up, really, Jesse? He put Impact with the face palm. Y'all leave Impact alone, man. It's a good show. We have CM Punk coming out. CM Punk comes out in the Long Boys in this match, and he's rocking MJF's scarf. CM Punk challenges MJF to a match, but MJF comes out to decline because he doesn't want to wrestle here because he feels it's mid. And MJF says that he'll fight him next week in Chicago.
Chicago.
Hold on, bro. Time out. We have to talk real quick about AEW's locations. Bro, what's good with y'all going to the same places often? And you sprinkle in a Rochester. Y'all been to Texas mad times, I feel, and Chicago. Chicago is the king of where you have been.
Yes.
Show some love to others. That's all I'm asking. Get out, go to the West Coast. They deserve a show. Let California, Washington, Nevada.
Right. Oh, don't they hit up Florida a lot?
Oregon. Let Oregon get a show.
Yeah. Please. That's all we ask.
Yeah. I'm not saying Utah. I'm saying, with all due respect to people from Utah, I'm just saying pick some spots out west and go there too, man. Show some love. Right. Not that I hate Chicago. AEW always delivers in Chicago. I'm just saying spread the love, bro.
Spread it out.
So shut up, Derek. Just made me laugh. So MJF says he's going to face him next week. CM Punk, it will be loved. And he said, "Oh, Punk, we'll never turn on you. We're so happy you're back in pro wrestling." And he said, didn't these same people say that about LeBron James? And I did not know what to say except that was a good. He got him.
Bing bong.
Listen, bro. Sorry, Cleveland. It's true though. You guys did burn up them jerseys and then welcomed them right back. I'm just saying.
You definitely did.
Punk says that the best thing he ever did was leave, and the best thing he ever did was also return back to the ring. And I love that comment. And he also said that he owed Cleveland one because Cleveland was where Raw was supposed to be the night he walked out. So CM Punk then talks his mess, but then the Pinnacle come out. Who would have thunk? And these assholes beat up CM Punk pretty badly. They jump him, and eventually Wardlow gets grabbed. Big man, powerbomb him. And Spears lays down the chair for him, like, "Here, I'm gonna help you, but accountability, buddy." And Wardlow looks, and you're wondering, is this the time to make the turn? It wasn't. MJF gets him, and he power bombs Punk on top of the chair. Punk looked like he was in pain from that.
Yeah, that one looked like it hurt.
Yeah, that looked like it sucked. So he's down and out. MJF then sits on his chest. I don't know if this was a reference to a Cleveland steamer. Kids, do not Google that. And he tells him that he will see him in Chicago. And he sat cross-legged like Punk did with the pipe bomb promo. What do you think? What do you think, Derek? Is this going to be something good next week, or is this going to be some bullshiggity?
It's going to be some bullshiggity.
All right.
The real match ain't going down into the pay-per-view. I already have this feeling. Like if it does happen, nobody it's a disqualification that's happening. CM Punk will win by disqualification, but that'll be the reason why it goes to another match pay-per-view.
I could even see the MJF faking an injury, like he got hurt. Like, I last week when we got in a scuffle, my knee got hurt.
Right. Exactly.
So I can't fight him this week.
Right. So,
maybe next time, Chicago.
Right.
And this should be interesting. A said Impact Wrestling isn't so bad. AHFO Jose better be watching Friday and Matt Hardy taking care of it. They learned it from one of the best tag teams. That is true. The Hardys versus Private Party. Book it. I think it's coming. I have a feeling Matt Hardy and this AHFO isn't going to last too long.
No.
Mark my words. A says, I just can't do it, man. Not my bag. I'm happy for anyone who likes it, though. Eddie Kingston will be AEW champ before 2022 ends. Marks my words. Ooh.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't see Eddie getting some long title reign, but I think he could be the champ for a little bit.
Listen, Eddie is good. Eddie he has the ability to tell a story and put on a good match at the same time. He's one of the best right now who is putting out promos that are spectacular.
Ozan says AEW does great TV in Chicago. Jesus says California needs some shows.
They do.
Chicago is getting too much love. Put a pay-per-view in New York. For real, Matt. Like, we know where the pay-per-views are going to be. When it's Double or Nothing, it's Vegas. If it's All Out, it's Chicago. We only have a chance with Revolution in Full Gear. You better hope it shows up. That's about it. California is a WWE state. I don't know about that. Pro Wrestling Shoot is West Coast, and he says, please give Oregon a show. Yeah, book a show in Buffalo. Facts, B-boy. I don't know why we haven't gotten one yet. Imagine the riot if MJF beats Punk in Chicago. He could also use that as his excuse as well. Yeah, I was fearful. Please don't book a show in Buffalo. I can't take a MJF/Britt Baker Buffalo Bill shot at this point. I'm sorry, Rob.
You know what? I'm not even going to lie. I definitely feel like that would happen. CM Punk versus MJF gets $2 million. Whoa. That's some big talk, Azan. Somebody bookmark that. He said it.
All right.
No lie, that Midwest line made me laugh a little. Six said. Yeah, he said mid. Derek chuckled too. Detroit needs a show. Yeah, like I said, dude, spread the love. That's all I'm saying. And maybe it's still because of the pandemic stuff. So I'm giving them the pass right now. But I want to see some more shows as soon as they can, though. Let's get back into it, though, as far as what else we get. The Acclaim cut a promo on Jon Moxley. Anthony Bowens called Jon Moxley Oscar from Hey Arnold, if you know who that is. You keep the money. Right. Great line. I can't wait to see Bowens and Moxley. I'm pretty sure Moxley's going to destroy both of these dudes. Oh, yeah. And they did bring up good points. Like, Moxley has ruined a lot of their moments in AEW by helping Pillman out.
He has. But, I mean, those are the breaks, boys. Those are the breaks.
Yeah, you'll know as soon as you hear, wow, dang, did it.
Not a fan of that, bro.
It'll grow on you, bro. I'm telling you.
I've heard it too much.
It's because you play baseball. That's why.
That is true.
It's not fair.
So when they put it in Major League, that's all I used to hear all the time.
You'll be fine. Julia Hart and your boy Griff are backstage.
Stiff leg Garrison.
She is offered a TBS championship match from Smart Mark Sterling, who is rocking a neck brace. See what happened to him if you guys don't know. He got a nice brain buster on the floor from John Silver. And this should be interesting. She signs it right away, though, without looking at it. And she had the eye patch on.
Something is going to happen.
Arr. Yes.
Fun fact, bro. Did you know there is no proof that Pirates ever said "R" back in those days?
What did they say?
They may have said some other stuff, but "R" was never really. That was never really said.
You're breaking my heart here, kid.
Just saying.
This should be an interesting matchup, though, that they've set up here for this. Laughing my ass off the Acclaim for that good line. Wild Thing is the best theme. Yeah, I love it too. It's really good. Like, I've been listening to it more lately. I'm like, yeah, I do miss this. Julia Hart's turning heel soon, Azan says. We'll get into that in 1 second here. Let's talk about our next matchup here, Derek. And this one's gonna be the match that I thought was kind of the weakest of the night. Chad, tell me what you think. Yes. Weak match or no? Looking at this, we had Leyla Hirsch versus Red Velvet. Leyla Hirsch has been going through like this heel turn. She's kind of mad at the world ever since she lost to Kris Statlander. I didn't know how to feel about this one tonight, Derek. It felt like it was okay, but it never really got going.
Yeah. And surprisingly enough, this could have been a match that could have gotten some good play on it. But I feel like both of them can wrestle. I think it was just I feel like everything in the match was forced. It wasn't smooth like it could have been. And I think with Red Velvet being, well, obviously everybody's taller than Leyla Hirsch, but Red Velvet she's like all legs. So that makes her even taller. So I feel like she didn't quite know what to do to make this match happen the way it could have happened, but I can't complain about it. But at the same time, it was yeah.
let's see here. We got some different lines here, and I do have to say, Derek, bringing the history facts. I think we have to start calling Derek the professor if he keeps bringing these up every week. Mike Tenay, I'm sorry, but Derek may be stealing the nickname. B-Boy Skyline says, who the F is Griff Garrison? That match was mid. Jesus said he thought it was a good match, just the crowd was dead. I think the crowd didn't care.
Yeah.
I expected this to be weak, not surprising. Pro Wrestling Shoot says. Ian Glazier says back. What's good, Ian? Thank you for joining us, brother. I appreciate you. Rob says super weak, lack of effort from all parties involved. I guess Leyla is the number one rank now. I did not see that. AEW Beach Break over. What's up, guys? What's good, Ian? Let me know if you were at the show. I don't know if you're trying to tell me you were at the show tonight and you're just leaving the arena, or what's happened. No, because they'd be recording Rampage still.
Right.
Let me know, Ian. What's good, bro? Or your thoughts on some things. Toxic World said Keith Lee's coming soon. Is Kenny really booking the women? I don't know if he still does. He did in the beginning, though. Leyla still playing mind games with Kris Statlander. Yes. Leyla Hirsch eventually gets the win with a handful of tights. She tried to put the arm bar back on to put a little more damage in, but Kris Statlander runs out to make the save.
I think Leyla and Kris will be the match that hits better than.
That's the match I'm going to use to hold more weight, I think, for how I feel about this and where it's going.
Yes.
We'll see.
I think it'll turn out good. I don't think it'll be great. I don't think it'll be excellent. I think it'll just be good, but it'll all make sense and it'll be good enough for the people to accept.
This is true. Now, we get a promo that Derek absolutely loved. Malachi Black cuts the promo about the House of Black. I don't know why this man looked like a nun. I don't know. I couldn't tell you why. I don't know, bro, but if there are any crimes with nuns in the local area, I know who I'm snitching on.
Right, exactly.
But he actually sets this up to talk about Brody King and why he's important to the group.
Oh, yeah.
And then Brody comes out and says he has a message for Pac. Go ahead, Derek.
Man, listen. First off, I'm going to say I love this promo. This promo was dope.
Derek likes that dark and evil shit.
Well, I mean, honestly, bro, I mean, that's kind of how I picture wrestling. Wrestling has it just has that dark aura to it.
Derek just wants to watch the world burn.
Alfred said it best.
But this was a good promo. Brody told Pac like he's gonna pay for what he's done to, and I'm like, pay? He's the one who's hurt.
Right. But you know what? Brody's his delivery with his message was it was perfect.
And I like that he came out with the all black stuff on. I was talking with Casey. Casey said he didn't like that he had the varsity jacket, but I know that's what he rocked in Ring of Honor and stuff. But maybe they're gonna change his gimmick up a little bit, change how he comes out. I like the look though that they had backstage.
Yes,
Malachi is great at promos. Don't get me started. What were you doing? And put the butcher in the plate with them, please. In the bunny.
Come on.
Oh.
You have to. And you gotta add Abaddon. But then again, Abaddon may be a little too extreme for them.
I think if you do it, Abaddon might be what saves them. And you could have Abaddon and the bunny be a tag team.
Well, that's true.
We'll see. Like I said, I've got some thoughts, Derek, but we'll talk about that offline for some future things. Ian says, I love AEW Dynamite TBS and sometimes watch AEW Dynamite at Dad's house all day. I love wrestling. Ian, we love wrestling too, and I'm glad you're joining us here, man.
Yes, thank you for being here.
BJ, I got to hop out tonight. I'll comment on the rest later. Yeah, leave us a comment in the comment section, BJ. I would appreciate that, bro. Y'all be safe tonight. AW is a 9.5 out of 10 Hausen. EPW 10 out of 10 Hausen. As always, Hausen. Peace, BJ. Malik Murray is out as well. He's got to work tomorrow. You guys take care. Flying Nuns, Matt Lopez brought up. Those were the headbangers at one point, if you guys didn't know that. Malachi Black with that Thanos line at the end. Yes. They delivered, dude, in this.
They absolutely did.
Respect to those two ladies, but I don't care about whatever this is. Okay. Malachi looks like the Flying Nun. The eye patch will be joining the House of Black soon. The House of Black with the belts by Double or Nothing. The Express versus Ass Boys at the next pay-per-view. Okay. AEW Dynamite, my favorite in the world. Okay. Hey, listen, man. Whatever you enjoy in wrestling, you enjoy it. That's what we always say around here.
Absolutely.
Britt Baker comes out. She's showing off all the PWI awards. She had a bunch. She had match of the year from them. She had covers of what she was doing. She is doing the damn thing here. And she just came out and basically talked crap on Cleveland. She said that, all right, enough of that. There's a winner. This is the winner Baker in Cleveland. And I was just like, I can't even say it. Why people dog Cleveland like this, bro?
Yeah, she hit them pretty hard, but you know what though? I mean,
it's true.
It's true.
It's true.
She wasn't lying.
But yeah, Britt Baker was out there just hurting people's feelings, letting them know, like, hey, this is what it is. I'm the best, and this is what it's gonna be.
Right.
I'm good with it.
Can't be mad about it, especially when Britt is talking about it or about anything in a heel form. Britt is probably one of the best right now that I would say who is top heel in any company's women division.
This is true. She's doing a damn good job. I can't be upset with her.
It's just hard.
I'm just wondering who they're gonna have face because I feel like we're at this like bump right now in the road.
I think she steps away for a minute. I think she goes to help Adam Cole and the rest just go on a tear. I think no one challenges her yet until we get closer to the pay-per-view, and then that has to be Thunder Rosa to get her second go round.
Maybe, but Thunder Rosa's tied up with Mercedes Martinez.
That is true.
They haven't even went back into that yet. So crazy. So let's look at what we got for Rampage. Jon Moxley versus Anthony Bowens. Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson will face FTR. Tully in one corner, Arn in the other. So we're gonna get that matchup. Jade Cargill versus Julia Hart for the TBS Women's Championship, and the Jurassic Express with Christian Cage defend against Private Party with Matt Hardy on Rampage. Should be fun. Rampage was really good last week, by the way. If nobody checked it out or you're wondering if you should, Mid Mayfield, come on, Jesus. Britt, you want to be the best female wrestler, you go through my goat Sasha. Happy 30th birthday, Sasha. Yes, and Ian is putting why he likes AEW in all caps. He's letting everybody know. I appreciate that. Thunder Rosa versus Martinez really needs to hurry up. Yeah, I want to see if they're going to do it right away, and then we can still get that match at the pay-per-view, or if this is going to be a while.
You know what? I forgot about
Jesus said hook with the W on Rampage. You know it, bro.
I forgot about Mercedes. So you know what? I actually would like to see this go on for a little bit.
We didn't even talk about Dynamite next week yet, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Pac and your boy Penta versus the House of Black. Body's going to hit the floor, bro. Who you got taking that?
House of Black.
Interesting.
Just because you can't bring Brody King in just for them to lose.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet. That's way too early. House of Black has to go on a rip for a minute. They have to.
I'm starting to wonder, bro, if they take the tag titles from Jurassic Express. I'm starting to think it could happen.
I think it could happen, but then again, if you do that, then what was the point of starting the whole Santana Ortiz situation?
Touche, but maybe Santana Ortiz beat them. Lots to think about with this. Lots to think about. Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero come out, and Nyla Rose is pissed that she's not TBS champion, and she's blaming Ruby Soho for that. So it looks like they're going to set up a feud between them. Mm-hmm. I'm with it. I thought they had I like the finish to that match. The
finish was nice.
What was it? I can't remember, the runaway kick from the top rope.
Yep. Finish was nice. I think the issue was this was Ruby's first time and Nia's first time wrestling against each other. So they had to like feel each other out and make sure the moves were on point. But I think the time that they've had off TV, I think they could have pinpointed everything down to make it look better and, flow better for the next time that they have a match.
Right.
Which will be coming soon.
Now, the lights go out because it is a lights out match here for the main event. Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy. These two have a lot of beef between each other. Like, this has just been going on for far too long, basically almost since Cole came in.
Yeah.
And this was interesting. So Orange Cassidy breaks his glasses to let us know he's serious in this match. Adam Cole goes under the ring, and this is when we get that appearance from Danhausen. My man just showed up. It was just awkward, weird, but it worked for him.
It did, because once he came out, the crowd automatically knew who he was, and they lit for it. So they lit up for it. So hey, they knew what they were doing.
I see someone who just wrote, "Let Hook destroy QT in a match." Oh, it's coming. It's coming. QT's about to get his. So in this match, this was just absolute mayhem throughout. Wheeler Yuta takes out Brandon Cutler at one point when he's trying to run down to interfere because he's running down, yelling like a fool. Ooh. Brandon Cutler is one of my favorite people to watch get beat up from the Elite. I don't know why. He's just funny. So Yuta takes him out. Then we get the Elite, Red Dragon, the Bucks, everybody's coming out. We also have the Best Friends coming out. They're like, no, you're not interfering in this match. So they're fighting with each other. Orange Cassidy hits the Panama Sunrise on Adam Cole, and he goes for the pin. 2 count. Then they go backstage, bro. Tony Khan was sitting in the Dusty position. He's just back there just chilling.
Right.
And we see a Death Valley driver through a table. Dude, they were all over the place in this, but I liked it. I thought it was well done.
Yes. This was another good lights out match. Do I think it was on par with Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker?
What's up with y'all comparing this?
I'm sorry, bro. This is the second lights out match that they've had.
Time out. The Britt Baker Thunder Rosa one had to be like it. That was to establish, like, yo, the women can main event in AEW. Our women's division is good. Like, that was a statement.
True.
This was a feud match. Like, that's how I saw it. And was this better? No, but I wouldn't want to compare them either.
I'm comparing.
They had 2 different levels. That story's still playing out.
Same kind of match, bro.
I'm not gonna argue.
Same kind of match. Oh, side note. If you guys have never noticed this, I just noticed this because this is my first time seeing him. But Danhausen, if you look at that makeup, if you guys have never seen Insidious, he is that red demon that's in the movie with the same kind of face paint.
I'm gonna have to wait until after to look this up.
Check it out. I promise you, you'll notice how I know all this different shit.
He watches too many movies.
I do.
Orange Cassidy and Adam Cole make their way out to the top of the ramp. They're battling. They're brawling with each other. And Orange Cassidy goes to wrap a chain around his hand to hit the orange punch on Adam Cole to probably knock him out and break his own hand. Right. Shout out to Rob for that. And what ends up happening is completely not what Orange wanted. He gets hit with one of those lighting structures off the floor. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Adam Cole for using that. I've been begging someone to use that since the first episode of Dynamite. Like, yo, pick that up and hit somebody with that.
Right, exactly.
Cole uses it. I like it. And then he climbs to the top of like this little scaffolding area that they have up there for the stage. And he looks like he's going to do the Panama Sunrise. He's looking down. He's like, you ready, baby? And he puts his hands out, but he looks over. He's like, yo, where is he? Orange Cassidy is behind him, climbing up, and hits a low blow on him like he got him earlier with.
Right.
So they're up there, and Orange is looking like, well, what's he going to do? He hugs him. Cole gives the long stare. Like, this was the WWE thing. Like, they took their time. He looked at him like, what are you doing? Right. And they both fall over. Dude, Adam Cole took a hell of a bump right here.
Yeah, his angle of impact. Oof.
Yeah, it looked like it was like right on the neck, bro.
Yeah.
He went down. They go through like a plywood type structure. I'm sure they landed. I hope they landed on a nice bag to catch them so that they don't get hurt. But Orange is on top. 1, 2, 3. Bro, Adam Cole takes the L to Orange Cassidy. But remember, in Lights Out, this does not count against your record, and this is not on the official record.
Right.
So technically, Adam Cole is undefeated if you go and still look. Interesting.
It also brings out the point to keep the feud going, because Adam Cole has a legit reason to say, I never lost to you.
Right. And I thought this was a good match. So I think this match delivered past what my expectations were.
No, it definitely did. But I'm just holding on to the women's Lights Out match. It was
goated. Bro, she had a PWI match of the year up there for it.
Like that was just...
It wasn't my match of the year, but we gushed over it. Go back, look in the archives if you have favorite Dynamite episodes. We got them all up there. Check us out, man. We were gushing over that match. Like, it was really good. If you go way back to the beginning, we were the same dudes who were talking crap about Britt Baker, like she has to improve, yada, yada, yada. She's done it. I'm a believer now. I will shut up when it comes to that.
Absolutely.
B-Boy Skyline is saying Adam Cole versus Danhausen. I'm sure we'll get that down the line eventually.
Well, you have to now, because they had their interaction.
Guys, leave us in the chat what you thought of the show out of 5, out of 10, star ratings, whatever you want to do. Let us know what you thought of the show tonight. Derek, I'm coming to you first. Hands going out of the frame there. You're in the frame. You're saying 10 out of 10 tonight? Dang, bro. I'm not going that hard.
I'm going 10, bro. Even with the lackluster match, bro. I'm still going with a 10, because there was a lot of stuff that happened that carried that whole show. And Cody and Sammy Guevara, that match was awesome.
I'm going with 8.5. And that's still good. That's really good.
I respect it, bro. But for me, I'm giving it a 10, because you had that match. You had the Lights Out match.
Wait a minute. So Matt Lopez just chimed in. He said it was very good, but yeah, Rosa versus Baker is the best Lights Out match in AEW.
Yes.
So where does Kenny and Moxley rank? Because that was the other one, right?
Wait, was that a Lights Out match though?
Yeah. That was the one where Chris Cruz snitched. Shout out to Chris Cruz too, because he definitely tried to message me privately about that, because I called him a snitch and he got mad. I'm like, you snitched, bro. You told the athletic commission what happened.
Right.
You snitched, bro. Not cool. Where do you put Kenny in there then? So let's get Derek's ranking on these three. What's one?
Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker.
Fair.
2. Kenny and Moxley.
Okay, so this is the weakest then?
This is the weakest. This is the weakest, but all 3 of them were still really good. Like I love all 3 of those, but this one's the weakest. But I just fell in love with Britt and Thunder Rosa's Lights Out match. Like just to see, because I think the reason why I fell in love with it so much is because Britt Baker came so far.
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa was already good, had no qualms with her.
And I think that established too that Thunder Rosa is going to be a big player here as well, because she got the dub in that match.
Yes.
Spoiler alert.
Right. But this all starts with Britt, because Britt has come. I hated Britt in the beginning. She wasn't good until she got to this point, and it made it so much better because she got from this to this.
And that's some of the best parts of a journey of like someone who's an athlete, is watching them grow. Jesus, I agree. He says Cole and Page will be at the pay-per-view. I do think Adam Cole is going to challenge for the world title.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Lopez said very good, 4.5 for his show. Jesus said he's giving it a thumbs up. Toxic said 9 out of 10, 20 out of 10 because of Danhausen. 11 out of 12, somebody said. Who do you think shows up from the releases that could show up next week? I don't know if we get anybody right now. I think AEW's trying to pump the brakes on who they sign. Like they're gonna have to get rid of some people.
Well, I mean, they're probably just...
And it's not like the disrespectful get rid of people. It's I don't have a spot for you right now, but let's talk later. Or you go on the indies, do your thing, and then we can talk later.
Right.
Nice shirt, thank you. I appreciate that. My lovely wife got that for me. You guys may hear the intern in the background. I hear some fussing going on. Yes, Punk is one of my favorites of all time. AEW next week should be awesome. Rob says 7.5 out of 10. Let's see here. Rosa versus Baker. AEW Rampage. Yep, that is happening on Friday. 7.5. Favorite AEW women are Ty Conti and Anna Jay for Ian. That means goodbye, Mid Marco. Come on now. Y'all leave Marco alone. Next week is going to be a riot. Should be interesting. Before we get on out of here, guys, I do want to remind everybody, if you guys are WWE fans, we are going to do a Royal Rumble review. We've got some of the matches. We got the men's Royal Rumble match, the women's Royal Rumble match. We also have Becky Lynch taking on Doudrop. We have the Miz and Maurice versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. I'm looking forward to this one. Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar, a dream match for many, 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 many years that we've been wanting to see. And I hope they deliver in this one. They need to.
They have to.
And we have Roman Reigns going up against the man he has never defeated, Seth freaking Rollins. This should be another fun one.
I think that ends.
Yeah, that should be another fun one. It's just going to all depend on what they want to do and how they want to do it.
Right.
But we are going to have that review for you guys. Keep it locked to Everything Pro Wrestling on all your socials. Look for us at EPW Show or Everything Pro Wrestling. Type it in and give us a follow, a subscribe. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, we're everywhere. Just look for us, EPW Show or Everything Pro Wrestling here on YouTube. Greatly appreciate it, man. Hey, you guys are so awesome. Thank you for saying I'm back. Let me see here. What's Kofi going to do? Who knows? Lashley Lesnar match is the only match I care about besides the Rumble matches. That men's Rumble, I can't call a winner where I am saying AJ Styles. I can't legit see anyone else winning it. Doudrop and goodbye, my brother. Yes, we are getting ready to head on out of here. But like I said, make sure you guys join us for the Royal Rumble show, and we will be back. Catch you guys this Saturday with our Royal Rumble show. We are out. One.